It's time now for Better Health. I'm joined here with Asante's health expert, Beth Coker, and Dr. Matthew Heasterman. We are talking about hernias today.
And Blakely, some hernias are quite common. And Dr. Heasterman, tell us the types of hernias and what causes a hernia.
Sure. So basically, a hernia is kind of an outpouching of tissue. It's a weakness that's created in the abdominal wall. It creates a defect or kind of a hole where intra-abdominal contents can be kind of protruded through this hole outside of the abdominal wall. And the most common types of hernias are an inguinal hernia and a femoral hernia, which are both kind of groin hernias, and an umbilical hernia, which can be kind of a congenital hernia at your belly button, a hiatal hernia, which is where part of your stomach kind of goes up into your chest a little bit, and then an incisional hernia, which is caused from making an incision and then it not quite healing right.
So what are the symptoms if a person has a hernia, and how do you treat them?
Sure. So the symptom, it all kind of depends on what type of hernia you have. So for most of the abdominal, external abdominal walls of the abdomen, you're going to feel a bulge. It's going to be kind of a soft bulge or a soft protrusion. Other symptoms, you could potentially have pain or even digestive problems. In the case of a hiatal hernia, the only sign you might have might be that you have more acid reflux. And then the treatment of the hernia is, surgery is the key. Once you get it, there's really no rehab that you can do. You really have to fix the hole. And so it's a surgery, either open or laparoscopic, to close that hole, and then oftentimes we'll use mesh to reinforce the repair to make sure that it doesn't come back.
So are there certain things people can do to avoid developing a hernia?
So that's a hard one. Most hernias actually develop because there's a kind of a congenital weakness, or you just have a weakness of the muscular wall as we get older. So there's not a lot we can do to really prevent some types of hernias. But other types of hernias, like an incisional hernia, certainly follow your surgeon's directions after the procedure. Avoid any heavy lifting, avoid like high impact activities like running and jumping and things like that for at least 6 weeks until your body is really healed. And that should help prevent an incisional.
Some really great information.
Thank you. We'll be right back.